Alright, so like I mentioned before, matrix is a rectangular array of numbers that are enclosed within a bracket. Alright, it is a rectangular array or collection of numbers that are enclosed within a bracket. So this is an example of a matrix. It's a collection of numbers that are enclosed within a bracket. Alright, again, this matrix is a 3 by 3 matrix. It means that it contains 3 rows and 3 columns. Alright. So here we're going to look at the types of matrix. So basically we're going to look at 10 types of matrix in this video. Alright, we'll look at the row matrix, column matrix, rectangular matrix, square matrix, zero or the null matrix, diagonal matrix, scalar matrix, identity or unit matrix, upper triangular matrix, and lower triangular matrix. Alright, the reason for this is for you to be able to identify the types of matrix. Alright, so these are the 10 types of matrix that we'll be looking at. So the first type of matrix we'll be looking at is the row matrix. Row matrix. And what does that mean? It means that it has only one row. It has only one row. So this is an example of a row matrix. It has just one row. Alright, so this is a row matrix. Then we have the column matrix. It has only one column. Alright, so you can see that it has only one column. Alright, so this is an example of a what? Of a column matrix. Again, this is a row matrix, this is a column matrix. So again, this matrix is a 1 by 3 matrix. And what does that mean? It means that it has one row, which is why it is a row matrix, and it has 3 columns. It has 3 columns. So this is just the one row. The columns are 1, 2, and 3. Right? This is one column, this is second column, this is the third column. Alright. Then this column matrix, this matrix that you're seeing here is an example of a 3 by 1 matrix. And what does that mean? It means that this matrix is having 3 rows, then 1 column. And that is why it is a column matrix. It is a column matrix because it has only 1 column. And this is the 1 column that it is having. Alright, from up to down is your column. So the 3 rows are 1, 2, 3. Alright, these are the 3 rows. So this is a 3 by 1 matrix. This is a 1 by 3 matrix. Again, this is a row matrix because it has only 1 row. And this is a column matrix because it has only 1 column. Alright. Then we have the rectangular matrix. So a rectangular matrix is a type of matrix in which the number of rows is not equal to the number of columns. So you can see that this is a rectangular matrix. The number of rows is not equal to the number of columns, and that is why it is rectangular. So it assumes that rectangular shape. Alright, it assumes that rectangular shape. So we have 2 rows here, 1, 2, and we have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. So this is a 2 by 3 matrix. This is a 2 by 3 matrix. Alright, it means that we have 2 rows and we have 3 columns. So you can see that they are not equal. So this is a rectangular matrix. This is also a rectangular matrix. This matrix is an example of a 3 by 2 matrix. Alright, and what does that mean? It means that it has 3 rows and 2 columns. So these are the 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. And these are the 2 columns, 1, 2. Left to right is your row, up to down is what? Your column. So you can see that the number of rows is more than the number of what? Column. They are not equal. Alright, so this is an example of a rectangular matrix. So a rectangular matrix is a type of matrix in which the number of rows is not equal to the number of what? Column. It's that easy. Alright, so the next type of matrix we'll be looking at is the square matrix. So a square matrix is a type of matrix in which the number of rows is equal. Alright, so cancel this out. So a square matrix is a type of matrix in which the number of rows is equal to the number of column. All right. So you can see here that the number of row is equal to the number of column. So we have two row here, 1, 2, and we have two column, 1, 2. So this is an example of a square matrix. It assumes the shape of what? Of a square. All right. So this matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix. What that means is that it has two row and two column, so they are equal. All right, so this is an example of a square matrix. So again, in a square matrix, the number of row is equal to the number of column. In a rectangular matrix, the number of row is not equal to the number of what? Of column. So note these two differences. All right.